have a lot of information regarding compliance, enforcement events, effective enforcement, and stuff like that. A lot of metrics and statistics. You have a network tab, of course. Which ports are active? What is the status of the port? If port is down, disabled by admin, disabled by policy, and stuff like that. And we have something for system. It is basically it's a beautiful cake of all the equipment you have, all the inventory. So you can simply dive into all the machines which are part of your domain. And this is from the dashboard. Okay, so this is device view. You have a lot of information about devices. I will go back to that later because it can be reachable from every part in the NAS view. So the NAS view, you have a good hierarchy of switches and locations. So we called it high. So basically you can put amount of switch under the same category. Here it's offices, it can be floors, it can be buildings, it can be even nodes, locations, and stuff like that. So I will open Boston office, and I want to show you the beautiful switch visibility that you have. So you can control all the ports, you can control the port details, what is needed, what interface, what is actually connected to port. So I'm going to show you how it's look like. This one, it's an HP printer, okay, and that is the visibility. Here we have a domain-based machine which is authenticated. You can see that the authentication method is access layers. You can see who is actually connected by name. Last user, it's Windows 10. The OUI is Dell, MAC, IP, and so on. If I'll go to authentication details, I can see on which authentication method and why it was authenticated. So it's WMI authentication. We use WMI to connect RPC and WMI to connect to domain joined machines, to Windows-based computers, and that's how it's looked like. I'll dive into the device, go to device details. I can see all the attributes as they are fetched from the Active Directory. So I can see the username, the full name, email, and so on. And here I can see the apps which are connected to that machine, which are on that machine, because that what WMI provides us. It's full visibility of the machine, applications. Here's device history. This is a demo, so you won't see any device history, but there will be something written here. I can see the services which are running, stopped, and which are available on that machine. Okay, hotfixes, KBs, what is installed, what security updates, and open ports. Okay, TCP, both TCP and UDP ports, which are open on that machine. So this is regarding the visibility. It's very easy to manipulate in NAS view, which means that a lot of manual devices are done with a single click. So, for example, I want to show you the switches. I can easily do some action. I can disable the port. I can edit the port. I can interfaces go to quarantine VLAN, set VLANs, and stuff like that, which means that I can easily manipulate manually, and of course automatically a reaction according to a policy. So if the device doesn't pass authentication, I want to disable the port or move the device to a different VLAN or a quarantine VLAN. Okay, so segmentation is also available in core. So this is how wired looks like. You have this good-looking port representation and switch representation. This device didn't pass compliance test, so I can actually understand why it failed compliance. This one failed on adapters and number of adapters. It has it allows only one adapter, but it has 2 adapters, and it's even right which adapters it has and why it didn't pass compliance. So that's how it looks like. In Chicago office, we have wireless. This is access point visual, so you can see the computers that are connected, even phones. Those are Apple phones, okay? So this one is Android, so everything is fully visible and fully accessible. Also, you can view device, application details, and information of the access point. That's it. On one hand, regards Portnox CLEAR, it's on-prem solution, which means that the application is installed on a Portnox dedicated server, and everything is controlled from the server. This is the UI, which is provided by IIS, okay, which is also located and installed on the server. So if you have any questions, this is the time before I jump to CLEAR. Any questions, guys?
We can continue.
I can continue. Cool. Okay, so once again, core is fully agentless, which means that to authenticate and to have compliance and to carry out some compliance tests, you don't need an agent. So we connect using we authenticate and connect, but by using well-known protocols like WMI. Some devices will authenticate by using SNMP. SSH is also an option, and OS fingerprint. CLEAR is totally different. It's a SaaS solution, software as a service, okay, which means that all the resources, the service is located in the cloud. And what we actually provide, we provide our organization, our customers, instance of .1x Radius server. Do I need to explain regarding .1x, or is it clear as a protocol, as a way of doing NAC? Just want to confirm, because I see that I'm live on Facebook and recording, so I just want to make sure if that's clear. So .1x is it's already an old standard, okay? The Radius, it's the protocol. So basically, it's a failed closed solution. By the way, core is failed open. I'll explain what is the difference. When you talk about failed open, so and you take, for example, a switch, so all the ports are open, and if device doesn't pass authentication, then the port is disabled. In .1x, it's the opposite. Everything is closed, and only after you pass authentication, the port or the access to the access point is granted, okay, for a device. So CLEAR is a failed closed solution, a .1x based, which means that we provide a cloud Radius instance, and it's integrated on your equipment, and afterwards you are able to communicate and to work with CLEAR. There are several ways to authenticate users. One of them is by using Active Directory identity, by using user identity. The other way is to authenticate by using certificate. So it's also certificate-based authentication. And the third one, it's mostly for BYODs and for IoTs and equipment for which you can't create an identity by the book. a user and a password. So basically, they're authenticated by using MAC. It's MAC bypass, and everything is of course controlled from a UI. And what is cool in Clear that you don't have to do anything. The implementation is very quick, which means that you're provided with 3 or 4 parameters and you already can integrate your equipment. And the integration isn't of your equipment into the product, it's the product on your equipment, okay? So it's very easy to integrate. The customers, the users don't have to do anything, which means that they don't have to install anything on-prem. We have some components which are on-prem, but they're basically to link from, for example, from Active Directory to the cloud, and we provide a local radius, an on-prem radius as well, which is basically acts like a proxy in chain when there is connectivity to the cloud, and if there is no connectivity, it's like a failover. There is a failover mechanism, and in high availability, it takes control and authenticates users. So it's also what we have, and I can show you how it looks like. It's the best is just to show how an organization looks like, and in a moment I will share my screen and I will present you how clear, how simple is Clear. So core was agentless, which means that you don't install any agent. Clear is quite the opposite. So in order to achieve compliance and auto remediation and provisioning, you will need agent P. You will need to install an agent on devices. Also, agent is necessary for VPN authentication. And it's an easy weight application, very small. It doesn't take too much resources. But what it provides online compliance check, which means that like Intune and stuff like that, we calculate a score immediately, which means that we calculate a rescore all the time of a device, and by that we decide if to grant access to the device to the network or not. Okay. So 1 second, I will log into Portnox organization, and I will show you a quick demo and how Clear looks like. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, now I do. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Stas.
Okay, so this is our actual, this is quite a live demo because this is our actual Portnox organization. That's how it looks like. I don't have access to the resources. I don't want to manage them. All I want to manage is this UI, and I want to have all the control. I have here all the control I need. Okay, so you can see the map. I'll try to minimize it maybe. Okay, so that's how the dashboard looks like. You have all the calculation of all the devices, which one are agent-based, which one use agents, and which one don't. We have all the network types, so we provide authentication on wired, wireless, and VPN. So you can see the deviation of devices among the type of network. And of course, we have several accounts. It's LDAP, Clear, MAC-based, stuff like that. Here you can see all the metrics and all the calculation, all the statistics. It's 7 days. You can see the access statistics, so authentication requests, total amount, and stuff like that. There is a lot of statistics, successful authentication. Risk score, it's for compliance. You can also see this lovely cake of device type, of what kind of devices are connected, OSs and stuff like that. So we support all the 5 OSs, which means that it's Windows, iOS, Mac OS 6, Android, okay? So you can also authenticate your mobile phones. It's also a possibility. Did I forget some? Yes, and Linux, of course. Linux is also authenticated by using an agent, by using .1x. So you have the amount of devices, it's risk score, it's all the statistic, access denied by violation, preventive actions, it's automatic remediation. We provide automatic remediation of access of antivirus, of starting processes, live update and stuff like that. Provide everything automatically. So if I'll jump to Alert tab, this is the administrator visibility of who was authenticated. Of course, you can filter everything. You can see the reason for failure or for successful authentication, how he was authenticated, EPLS, stuff like that. What kind of device? There is Lenovo. This is a phone, actually. You can filter everything: authentication type, alert status, alert type, severity. Even we have 3 ranges of severity: low, medium, and high. So you can filter everything you need: connection type, if it's wireless VPN or wired, NAS IP, and stuff like that. So what I want to show you, I want to actually jump to one of our machine and show you the visibility I have. I'm jumping to view device. That device is a Windows-based machine using Agent P. I can see it by this one. He has a good policy, a good risk score, which means that the risk score is according to the allowance range, which means that this device is successfully authenticating and compliant. I can see the access, the monitor, and the risk. I can actually move and analyze a timeline of a device and how he was authenticated or not. If here I have some basic device information, but if I'll jump to more details, I can see much more information. So the device is agent-based, so I'm provided with which security products are installed as Windows Firewall, Defender, applications. Not sure why it's not showing. Users, it's Lucas, it's domain-based critical software. I will show it later. I'm not sure why it's not showing on his machine. Networks, hotfixes, certificates, services, peripheral devices, open ports, and browsers. I will open my machine, okay, for the demonstration. Why it's lagging? 1 second. I'll do it like that. Yeah, this is my machine. So my phone is a bit risky, by the way. This is my phone. I have two devices linked to my account. I have my phone, my Android phone, my Samsung Galaxy, and my laptop. So my Samsung Galaxy is almost reaching blockage level. It's still on alert level on 50 score. So the reason is that this device has not been reported, which means that it didn't connect to any to Portnox network for 9 days, and I have device encryption issues. My computer is quite okay, so I'll jump into the details of my computer. So I have much more. I have McAfee firewall and McAfee antivirus. I have Windows Defender installed. Everything looks good and up to date, the version. And not sure why I can't see my applications. But they should be here, critical software. Okay, let's take a look at my phone. This one even worse. Let's take someone who is connected now, maybe because my agent didn't report for quite a long time. Let's take someone who is connected right now. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not showing now. Maybe we're going through some upgrade process, something like that. But basically, you will have a big application list, also critical software, and that information is available. Network is available. Hotfix is not. Certificates not. And browsers are. So this is that's how device details looks like. It's very easy to define policy. So you can easily define access policy, compliance policy, and remediation policy. So how access policy looks like? So it's differentiated on all the three network types. What happened when you authenticate successfully? So you can be assigned to a specific VLAN. So you can by using layer 7 actually define access to a VLAN by .1x. This is full micro segmentation. That's how it's called. So on each event, you can choose to apply a device to a different VLAN. And for example, on successful authentication, you can go to VLAN 5. Authentication violation, you can either deny access or use quarantine VLAN and assign it to a VLAN. On risk policy violation, also you can assign to VLAN. I'll choose a different policy with more information. You will see exactly how it looks like. For example, let's take this one. Okay, on wired, yes. If I choose network type wired, it will show more information. On successful authentication, go to VLAN 77. Authentication violation, we deny access. Risk policy violation, we also deny access. And block by admin, we deny access. Risk assessment policy, how it looks like. So you can see the risk score bar here. So you can define by yourself how the score will look like and what are the levels. For example, from 0 to 30, allow access. From 30 to 70, it's alert, and from 70 to 100, it's block access. And here you can actually choose the attributes and define the score for them. For example, for Android, you have geolocations, dormant, installation from unknown source, applications, open port, drive encryption, have a lot of attributes. We have it on all the 5 OSs, like I've explained. For Windows, for example, we have geolocation, we have applications, we have Azure Active Directory membership, domain membership, firewall, antivirus, peripheral device. For example, you can deny someone to connect a USB or a storage to his laptop We have missing patches, certificate, and I guess it's Windows updates. Okay. So for each one you can define the score, and for each one you have different way to enforce that product. By the way, I didn't mention it, but Clear Radius, the Radius instance is located in Azure Cloud. So we're a Microsoft-based product, and we're even available at their product store, app store. I would say it like that. So Clear is Microsoft-based. Therefore, we have integrations with we have full integration with Microsoft Azure, okay, with Azure Repository and Azure Identity. We also have integration with the G Suite and Okta, which means that you can use Okta users and G Suite and Azure users. Okay, is Clear? I see there is a question. Is Clear compatible with another agent such as DPL or EDR? Once again, right now we have Agent P and we have iTunes, which is available. So iTunes is DLP. I understand. iTunes is available. We don't have an integration by the book, but once again, we have an excellent API, REST API. So every possible integration is considerable. Okay, so it is possible for Clear to send score to that risk score. It's possible to send it to other not agent, but to other applications. Okay, like it's done with the Intune. We send risk score to Intune. Okay, so yeah, it is possible. Regards remediation policies, it's very easy to define remediation policy. Right now we have it only for Windows and Mac OS 6. So you can easily define what you want: antivirus live update, antivirus start, firewall start, terminate, service, application removal, USB peripheral device disconnect. It's also one of the remediation. Internet sharing disable, bridging, script, and periodic script. Okay, it's several of the capabilities of auto remediation. Questions? Okay, it's same. So we fully support guest access, which means that you can use a splashing page on your wireless equipment, and we fully support it. And those devices will still need to authenticate against Radius, which means that they will need to provide their guest identity to clear Radius. And this is also supported. We have huge amount of documentation, starting from integration guides, starting guides. We have implementation guides, depends on the different vendors and models. So here, for example, we have wireless from Meraki. Here's Meraki wireless controller. We have all the information needed to integrate and start working with Clear. It's very easy, very informative. So here you can actually see how to define Radius server on Meraki, on Cisco Meraki. And what exactly do you need to do? We have same for VPN appliances and for wired. It's available. I don't see it like that. Okay. So we have it for wired as well. For example, Cisco switch, how to define the switch. It's with .1x. It's also available. Okay, so this is an actual view from the CLI, and it's all available to the customer, which means that you don't have to reach support and for you to provide it with information. So everything is done from CLEAR service, which means that each update is done by us. Of course, we contact the customer and we decide on time of update, but everything is done directly from the cloud. Every update of agents and on-prem components like Active Directory Broker or local radius, everything is updated from the cloud. You don't need to do any maintenance rather than administrative actions like creating accounts, groups, policies, or retrieve the information of which device authentication and authenticated or not and why they fail. Everything is done from the cloud. This is the strong factor of SaaS product, software as a service, of cloud-based product. So what else important? I think I've covered most of it. So this is the time for questions. Either ask or unmute, and I'll try to answer. Any questions? Okay, focus on CLEAR. You can start. Do we have a presentation? Have any question for the strat? Yeah, so this is the time to ask questions.
Okay, Stas, thank you. Marek, you here? Okay, guys, thank you very much for your time.
Actually, Marek asked just now, are you supporting any cloud resources? We have integration. Like I mentioned, we have integration with Azure Cloud. We use Cloud Repository. We have integration with G Suite, once again for the user repository, and Okta. Okay. So because it's a cloud-based solution, it's very easy to integrate with other clouds available services. Okay. We have a big variety of integrations possible. If you ask about resources, no, it's only Azure Cloud. If you ask which one is the resource, it's only Azure Cloud, Microsoft Azure. We don't have CLEAR in other AWS or other clouds. Okay. Okay, go on.
Okay, thank you. Michal.
Thank you, Stas. Thank you for your presentation. So, guys, I give my contact to the chat, and if you will have any other question or something else regarding Portnox technology, so do not hesitate to let me know, and we can discuss more in the other channel. So thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
And have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.